Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive energy, energy, energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive energy, energy, energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive energy, energy, energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive, positive energy. Positive energy, energy, energy.
Cheer, 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 cheer. Y'all already know, once again, we are back in the building. Y'all know who I am. It's me, Cat, and I'm with my partner.
King, we in the building, and this is Positive Energy, bringing it always positive, stay positive, and we love positivity.
That's right, Positive Energy Podcast. Make sure y'all always stay tuned. We here, we bringing y'all live interviews. We bringing y'all hype interviews. We bringing y'all different people that's hitting the shows that's got a lot of different messages and all that. But today, we got somebody real special. We got somebody, I mean, not going to say a throwback, but way, way back. Whew, the one and only. We call him Mr. Danny. Danny, what's going on?
I'm good, brothers. Man, listen, I just want to first say I'm so proud of y'all guys, man. You know, man, listen, we go way back, but you never know what your destiny going to be.
Facts.
I never would have figured I would be sitting here with y'all on this night. So I just want to let y'all know, let the world know, man. You know, Amboy is a gold mine. Man, listen, you already know.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know.
But we gonna let the crowd know, because he said Amboy. And if y'all don't know about Amboy growing up as a child, as a kid, man, it's so many memories we have over there, bro. Like,
Time to tell you.
and it's like, and this man watched us grow up from little kids to now and everything. So, and he got a lot of things that's going on in this world and all that, in the community. He's like, he's out there and all that. But we gonna go back, and he's gonna bring y'all forward and all that. So, since you said Amboy, let him know, break him down, everything about you, Danny.
Well, first of all, my name is Daniel Goodine, but I'm going to keep it to the Amboy. When I came back from Atlanta, Georgia, in the 80s, I was a guardian angel.
Okay.
And as everyone knows, during that time, there were 28 kids missing and murdered in Atlanta, Georgia. So I was a guardian angel, probably one of the safest guardian angels that ever came out of Brownsville, because they just knew that it was much love when I was a guardian angel. But when I came back, I needed some employment. And there was a brother named Stan Kennard. Stan Kennard, well known throughout the community, Baba Kennard. He told Mr. Grant, which was the director of Amboy Street,
Okay.
that I was a good dude. Now, the only thing Stan lied about, that I wasn't a good dude. So, because it was his word, I had to be that person. I had to try to be that good dude.
Okay.
And in trying to be that good dude, what I noticed, I was going to be working at a temporary housing facility shelter where people got burnt out.
Yeah.
Coming from the South and coming back from Georgia, I didn't know what homelessness was. Because down south, grandma, uncle, aunt, everybody lived in the house together. So when I came to New York and saw homelessness, I was compelled to figure out how I'm going to help.
Okay.
And my help was, if the parents were stressed out, I'm going to grab the young people. I'm going to grab the children. So that statement of Stan saying I was a good dude, children see everything you do. And they never seen me licking my hand, they never seen me smoking, they never seen me. And that's the image I wanted to portray.
Okay.
So for 21 years, I was able to work on Amboy Street, not only on Amboy Street, but to also work at markets. So I got to see them day and night. And but Amboy was a jewel because there was Boy Scout, Girl Scout, living skills. They taught the people how to survive. And if you think about fires back in the day, there were plenty of them. Some of the young people came there losing relatives, loved ones. How do you replace that? But to be an uncle or a surrogate father.
Okay.
So that's what Amboy in my early days was, that I had to do what somebody did for me. Because when I went to Virginia, my mother was born 1915. She had me when she was 45, and I was mad with her for a minute, because I was like, wow, Mom, what you wait so long for?
So you was the last one?
I was the only one.
Oh, that's what's up.
Okay.
I was the only
Only
one.
one.
All right.
But she had 13 sisters and brothers.
Mm.
And she gave me the opportunity to enjoy that life in the South.
Okay.
So what y'all see is just Southern roots trying to come to New York and not knowing it was that big, because I was just crazy. I didn't know New York was this big. But I followed in the best way I could. And Amboy was my foundation to be able to extend throughout the whole neighborhood. You know, even though y'all know Amboy was like a community within a community.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
But we cared about everything, and you know, just recently I thought about Dinky. Dink was Dink was Dink was the dude, man, in Niger, but for some reason he would always come to Amboy and see if some of them young people needed. Cause y'all had Niger, they had the Niger, but it wasn't for us. But Dink made sure he snuck them in there.
There you go.
Facts, you right
Absolutely.
about that. Big shout out to Baby Dan.
Yeah, so
Big shout out.
you know, as I go on, I was at the stand. I was around men, James Mack, Charlie. You know, those guys were staples in the community. You know, Ike Simmons. Those were guys that talked about the fresh air fund. Always wanted young people to know that was something other than what they saw in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And even the bad guys, I'm not gonna call none of their names. They will come from time to time to see what people needed. But like I said, since Sam said I was a good dude, I had to play like we got this. But I need to say this in front of y'all. I never get to thank all of y'all for allowing me the opportunity. See, people say what I did for them. No, it's y'all. It was always y'all. Y'all didn't have to listen. Y'all didn't have to give me talent shows. Y'all didn't have to come play ball with us. Y'all didn't have to do none of that. But y'all did all of that. And that was the character of men. Now y'all got children.
Absolutely.
And we got extended families because of what we all did on one little block that people look down and sometimes stigmatized because they was homeless.
Amboy was hella fun. I'm telling you right now. I had so much fun on Amboy. Hanging out on Amboy, just hanging around and just
And if you're
knowing
not even
everybody.
hanging on Amboy, we all going to Betsy
Yeah,
Head
there you
Center.
go.
If you don't know about Betsy Head Center, downstairs,
Right.
Absolutely.
downstairs, the weight room,
That's right.
everything was downstairs. Where I used to sit there and practice it, like everything was going on downstairs under the pool.
Right.
So
Underpool.
under the
Exactly.
pool, Betsy had pool downstairs. That's where like the center was, and everybody
was there.
was there.
Everybody that was somebody
Everybody
was
that
there.
somebody
Was
was
there.
there. And this man held it down there. That's when he brought a lot of us together, and we
Absolutely.
bonded. Like the basketball, he took them upstairs. And they played the basketball and all that other stuff. We downstairs
Absolutely.
practicing, dancing, trying to get our little bodybuilding on and all
exactly.
that. I'm thinking we big and all. Like, it was so much going on down
You
there,
ain't
man.
lying.
It's so much like this man brought everybody together as a little community. Like you said, Amboy, they had their own little community, but it brought so many people outside of the community to Amboy and everything. And like, I'm not from Amboy.
not
I'm
from
a couple
Amboy
of blocks.
I'm
You're a
from
couple of blocks the
opposite
opposite way, but we all united there.
right there.
And came there, and it was just so much love that him and his partners, like, and I still see some of the partners from back in the days that was there. And it's like they still talk about it, we laugh and just joke about it, but it was so much love.
I don't know if y'all know this. It was Amboy Neighborhood Center. But if you think like the Africa, ANC, red, black, and green.
Absolutely.
You know, Mr. Grant was a visionary. He went to Brown University, came out of Boys High. And Boys High, back in the days when there were boys high made men. If you look in the annals of who went to boys high, our girls high, they like the who's who in America, man. And Mr. Grant was that guy for us on Amboy Street that he brought us together. And for some reason, he took a special liking to me. He would pull me off the street as a security guard and make me sit in the booth and give me a book. Now, I'm going to be honest. That book did not have a title or a name, but it talked about how we should be as a people, how we should take care of people, how we should look out. And he was a nationalist. So he just wanted to see better. He wanted guys to go to college. So he would even make us, give us money to go to school, even if we dropped out. He would send us back to get our GED so we can further. See, people didn't see that happening. So when somebody put that kind of energy in us, what was we supposed to do? We'll put it back into y'all.
Facts.
Absolutely.
And that's what's up. That's big shout out to him.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So who are some of your heroes?
Oh man, listen. My heroes are my classmates from a small town in Palm Springs, Virginia.
Okay.
If I would tell you that I'm probably the worst cat in my school, I got guys like Chuck Dortch, who's a Supreme Court judge. Charlotte Dortch, head veterinarian, which worked for the Obama administration when the hurricane came. She was responsible for national, making sure that everything was all right. Charlotte just passed not too long ago, but Charlotte even was instrumental in telling the military how black women could wear their hair. Now, I heard the law was just passed about the braids and stuff. Charlotte was that person. Chuck was a twin brother that's a Supreme Court judge. I got partners at brigadier generals, majors, and we all came from a small Aggie town. Fathers and mothers may not have that education, but education was important for their children. If you look up a name called Calvin Howard is one of the youngest professors at Duke University teaching physics. All these guys that when we go back home, no matter what their status are, we still homeboys and homegirls that sit on the tree and kick it like we kicked it in class of 76. And that's why I'm so animate about us living. Just to see the growth and see what bond between brothers and sisterhood bring. I can still call my classmates from class of 76. We still talk. But then when I work for the Board of Ed, I gradually see so many young people losing their life and never knowing what could have happened if somebody just grabbed them up. So with y'all help, we've been grabbing, but we just some kind of way is still not enough going on.
Right. You're definitely right. It's a different time and era right now. Like, it don't compare to like back in the days. It's not saying there's something in the water. That's what we always say and all that. But even though it says it starts with the parents, but I feel like now, like the parents nowadays are younger, and it's like they just still want to be out in the streets and not really on their kids. Like, and it's funny. Me and my coworker today was talking about. Remember back in the days when your mother, your father, they outside with you, and they are talking to the neighbors, and they watching you run around and do your thing. Nowadays, you don't see that at all. You don't see none of the parents sitting outside mingling, and the kids is running around. It's like you don't see that. It's like now the parents let their kids do what they want to do. The parents is in the house. The kids are on the games, on their phones. Like, we didn't have phones coming up.
No.
So it was all
outside was our play.
That was our play.
Outside,
that was our game. That was
imagination.
everything. Imagination. I mean, all the games we came up with that we did, it's like we made it happen. And nowadays, you don't see none of that.
Okay, well now y'all done open up a Pandora's box. I'm upset with y'all now. Cause listen, I didn't get to play all them games y'all played when y'all was kids. I was working in the field, and I would love to just seeing them old school games come back because nobody passed them on to them. They passed the Xbox and they passed the Grand Theft Auto, and they passed all that, shooting. So then, how much can that subliminal stuff be a part of their life and they not attract to it? Okay, because I'm gonna get something to Twin. Twin, you remember when they put them basketball hoops down there in Marcus and they had the hamburger and the soda on the backboard? Y'all don't remember that. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Guess what? Soon as you got through playing basketball, where did you run to? To get one of them sodas. Get one of them. So the subliminal messages that they give our young people today may cause them to react. And along with all the other things that we don't know why they have easy access to. See, we had people in our life that told us, grown folks talking here, get out the room.
That's right.
Preach.
You understand? And we stopped wanting to be grown, some of us. But maybe I shouldn't say this, but even in the Board of Ed, we never stopped being parents. We rather check them to see somebody kill them. So if anything that we ever did seemed harsh and out of order to y'all, it was only because we cared about y'all enough to know that somebody would hurt you. And I learned that from my biological mom and my mothers that raised me. And when I say mothers, those were all the aunts I had and all the neighbors I had in the South. That I don't care who child you was.
That's right.
You was in this village.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
they checked us. And we had nothing to say but yes ma'am, no ma'am, and yes sir, no sir. So it has to be some kind of checking going on. And like you said, if you open up Mr. D, why Mr.? See,
Respect.
Mr. come with respect, right?
Just respect.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
When I go home, everybody Mr. to me. Because I can tell y'all how it happened, but y'all may not understand it, but I'm going to tell you. There was a lady and a man, they had about 17 kids. And every Saturday we were playing her yard. Now we know she didn't need another child in her yard. Not one, another. But all of us would go there and play in the yard. And if we dust each other up and had a little fight, we know on Sunday we all had to go to the same church. And on Monday we got on the same bus to go to school. And whatever happened in that yard, stayed in that yard. But those are the same cats I call 50 years later on the phone. We didn't hold nothing. We respect, it was respect. If I said something out of order to one of them or they said something, we dealt with it then and it was done. And all this gun violence, it plagued me because we had all the guns in America in the South, but we knew what they were for. They were for hunting, not killing our friends, not killing our neighbors. And it didn't happen. And I know y'all see this sitting on the table, but this is one of my classmates from North Carolina. He travels around the country on a band.
Okay.
And I was fortunate enough to see him a couple of months ago. We took 60 kids from Brownsville to Virginia, and he met us. Nice. He gave all the young men that played football these honor bands. And when you look at it, it says value yourself and others. So if you don't teach them young, if you don't start young with them.
Facts, you're right.
And Dennis Shaw and I, we played ball 40 years ago. But when I called them, they were there for kids in Brownsville. And if you go to BU and ask them about that man, they'll tell you how good they made them feel, and he made them feel. Don't tell me I can't talk to y'all. I know I can talk to y'all. But the people that don't speak to y'all will say, oh, they don't listen. Have you tried?
Absolutely.
See, I know I'm getting a little long-winded, but every time I look at y'all, so many different things that y'all did for the community pop up. Dancers, athletes. If it asked, y'all was there.
Exactly.
And I learned a valuable lesson at 10, so when people ask me how much, I don't have a price for what we do sometimes. My first 50 cent, my aunt made me take it back to the woman, told me, I didn't tell you to go work for her, I told you to go help her.
That's deep. That's deep.
So the help that I try to give is a reflection of my foundation from my parents that told us, that's your neighbor, that's your friend. They said they need help, let's go help them.
That don't come with a price.
It don't come with a price.
You're right. How long have you been in Brownsville?
Okay, I came back to Brownsville when I was about 21. First of all, I just need to let y'all know, I left New York when I was 9 years old.
Okay.
I was raised in Bedford-Stuyvesant, but there was a family over here, and I'm going to call the family name just in case someone's still around. The Campbell family. Biggest bullies that were there. And they beat me so bad that my mother had to take me to family court, and the judge said, we have no solution to your problem. But she did. She had a family that put me in a safe environment, raised me. So I came back to New York when I was about 21 years old. And I'm 65 now. And every moment of this journey has been a blessing. And for some of y'all that know me, it's like a movie, man. Been there, done that, seen that, bodyguard this one, that one. But when we took the young people to see the Million Man March, that was one of the biggest aspirations for some of the guys. And I just need to say at this table, God bless, and may Seiko rest in peace. But he was one of those guys that went with me, and you know. Yes.
Rest in peace, Sake.
Yeah.
That was my guy.
And Dana and all them, when I took them, they got to see what men look like on that mall. And no matter what we go through in life, I know that they have the characteristics of being upright, standing upright, doing the right thing. And I'm telling you, I see y'all every day in different capacities. And I'm truly blessed to know that every year on Amboy Street, it was 1,000 kids. Y'all do the math. 21 years on Amboy Street, 1,000 kids. I walk through the city like a king, because I know.
Yes. Everybody know you.
It's not a fear. I know who y'all were. And if I ever have any doubt and hoping that something might go wrong, I know that when you walk up to me and I hug y'all and I whisper in your ear, y'all kind of understand. I ask you that because I care enough. You know, and I'm going to say this about Sake again. Sake came to see me that day. That incident happened that night. And all I could think about is what he said he wanted to do with life. 50 years old, we should not be shot down in the street. Whether if the other person's actions was wrong or our actions was wrong. We've been around each other long enough to know that sometimes you need to just walk away.
Absolutely.
Because other people gonna hurt behind this. We all hurt behind this. You know, I spoke to some guys up in Pennsylvania today. Will and them, you know, I'm checking on y'all because I know who y'all are. Mm-hmm. And I know y'all brothers. And y'all got a bond. So, it's getting a little emotional for me, but I just want y'all to know I'm selfish. I spent my time with y'all, so if I can't make it across the street, that one of y'all gonna get me to the other side now.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And that's why I need y'all to live. And that's why I need anybody that know me, that hear my voice, to understand that don't rush this thing that's called life. Because no matter how much we live, it's still not long enough.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Put
that on a t-shirt.
That is straight dropping jewels. So, I mean, because I was going to ask, like, what motivates you, but it's like you already spoke about that because it's like the people.
Y'all motivate me. Y'all motivate
us. the people that been around you, like people that you watch from 0 to whatever age now, like
Trying to tell you,
that's
bro.
doing things with their self in their life, like, so that's what keeps you going. That will give you that extra push, that smile when you see somebody in the street and you're like, hey, and all that other stuff. Is the love. So it's like that's deep and serious. And then also too, sorry, I know you have a program that's going on. And the other day I seen you and you had the initials on your shirt.
MEL?
MEL. So I want you to talk about what MEL means.
See, y'all keep on doing this to yourself. MEL is y'all. Men Elevating Leadership. Men Elevating Leadership.
Okay.
And why I say MEL is y'all? Because I may not know everything, but I know everybody. And what I don't know, I know y'all know. So when we get stuck, I got cats that do education, I got guys that's athletes, I got guys that's teachers, law enforcement. So when young people lose their way, listen, talking about law enforcement, again, shout out to my brother Michael Thomas. He had a Scared Straight program, worked for correction, recently passed away. But Mike would come to the school and teach all the kids, you don't want to go to jail, son. You think you tough, but you not. And me and Mike would run around, and Mike talked about know your rights. Nah, we ain't got that. Mike wanted y'all just to hear what they said, comply, and then deal with the issue later on. Don't try to think you can fight this on the street, because all you do is get tore up, shot, killed, murdered, and keep on getting tracked. So my thing was, Danny, we're gonna teach them how to comply and stay alive. So MEL was a bunch of things, a bunch of guys that I knew that did so much that we said that anytime we bring young people, and our premise was basketball because I lost a son, and that's why we started. His name was Lamel, okay. And I was saying Lamel, that's my grandson, Shamel. He got killed 20 years ago at the Masonic Temple. But I remember all his friends used to come in our house, eat up all our food. Now he gone. Where they at? We had to do the basketball tournament. And Twin, I don't know if you remember, the first year we did it, we had people coming as far as Manhattan all the way down to Brownsville, places where people say they can't cross the line. Yes. But they came. And that was another bond and another way of brotherhood that we saw different guys, Queens, Manhattan, everybody came to play in that tournament. No incidents. They said you couldn't do it in Bessie Head. I could do it. I know I could do it because I had y'all. See, people don't understand that a police is just a police, but he don't really solve no cases. The people help him sometimes solve the cases. You got to go do an investigation. I know I had y'all. So I know that if I ain't never played, and I ain't lying, bro, I ain't never played basketball a day in my life. Coach told me after football season, I'll see you next year to play football because you ain't no basketball player. But I know we had some of the greatest basketball players. Lemon and them would come and help. Twin would come. Y'all was there. Junie Sanders.
Junie, Vic. Woo.
Vic and V and them would come ref.
Booby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big Booby.
Sleepy. I can keep freaking this name.
Alan Griffin.
Right.
That's names out around.
Okay.
Man.
So, why do I need to know how to play basketball when I got all them?
Facts.
Why I need to know how to ref when I got them? Mm-hmm. And then we dealing with refs that know the neighborhood, that the children know them. And so why would something happen? On a down low? Because we knew all y'all lived there anyway.
I tell you, right?
So, but Mel, honestly, is a component that I put together because I knew that I had brothers and sisters out there that could help me help others if they didn't just see the price tag. See, a lot of organizations running for the money. But at the end of the day, they run an 8 to 5. You might see me anytime. I got to be in the street at all times.
All times, yeah.
Yeah, you see you everywhere.
Anytime.
And you get nothing but love in the street. I'm not gonna hold you.
You know what I'm saying? So when they talk about catch base and stuff, I can run through Marcus Garvey because I lived in Marcus Garvey. I can go there in Tilden because I had Mamo and them playing football on the side park in Tilden. I can go to Brownsville Park because I had Louis and them over there. I mean, listen, I can keep on going on.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if it wasn't for y'all being attentive and helping me, I couldn't approach none of this. I couldn't approach saying I want to do a talent show or a fashion show because I couldn't only come to one person that I knew did that. Until he almost, I keep on saying this.
Cat was the master.
Cat was the master.
He was the master at that. So,
Okay,
you know,
so-
let's give him a shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Shout out to
definitely.
Cat.
Thank you. Appreciate it, love. Yes.
But Twin, I need to say this, and I keep on telling him every time I see him. If I ever see him do a backflip off the stage again,
Oh my
it's gonna
God.
be a problem. 'Cause, you know, that
I
day I
seen too many of those.
Yes, sir.
I was a little nervous.
yeah,
you know,
you
but
had me nervous.
That's why he worked out all the time downstairs.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you,
Yep.
Bessie Hay was good
Working
to
my
you.
knees, yeah.
Bessie Hay was
definitely.
good to you.
Facts, for real, for real. Those was the days. Still can do
Tell
it.
you.
You still can do it?
Still can do it when I want to.
I mean, you know, right now, not me.
I don't want to see it.
I can't do it. I mean, you know, there were no backflips for me.
But
Oh.
can I say this too? You know, y'all, listen, the cats that came through, like Keith Murray, Helter Skelter, MOP.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Look.
Shout out.
Yes.
We had some of the best free talent shows and concerts that,
What?
you understand?
We had Smith and Wesson on the
We
show.
just had
Not
them.
Yeah,
just
too
had
long
them.
ago. Yeah, they was
Yeah,
on the
they
show
on the
and
show.
everything. So we spoke about the old times
man,
and all
still
that.
in them. I mean,
Yes.
and shout out to P, man. You know,
That's right.
Yeah.
you know, we,
Definitely.
you know, I don't want to be the bad guy to keep on saying shout out to rest in peace, but man, listen, we thanked him when he was here,
That's
and we
right.
still thank him because without
Absolutely.
them,
Sean P.
Right.
you know, without them,
Exactly. Rest in peace.
peace.
Definitely.
He was a humble dude, though. I ain't gonna hold you because, you know,
Yes.
like I went to school with his brother, but, you know what I'm saying? He used to see us in the street, you know what I'm saying? Made sure we had a few dollars in our pocket,
Yeah.
sent us the right way, you know what I mean? He didn't let us stay on the corner. He's like, nah, we ain't doing that. Head the best he had, or go to Brownsville, you know,
BRC?
Yeah, BRC. Go down there, play some ball, do some swimming. You know, you would, you know, he was a big dude too. Like, I mean, he was a big dude.
Yeah.
So, you know, you look at him like, all right, we going. There wasn't really no fussing or nothing. But I mean, but he just had a calm heart and everything. And he showed me and my brother nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Sean P.
Facts. Like, even though we grew up in the same building, that was my boy.
Yeah.
That was my boy, definitely. Much love.
But you know, I wanted to say something, right? You know, about Amboy. You know, like people don't know, like Mike Tyson came from Amboy.
Yes, sir.
So understand something. Like I met him on Amboy,
Yeah.
and this one he was a champ. You know what I'm saying? And he was so humble. He's, you know, he just, you know, he used to fly birds with my brother Greg. You know, so it was just like, you know, like when he came around, was just like another big brother. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't flashy. He wasn't trying to, yo, I got this, I got that. He wasn't about that. He just came and he made sure we was in place. Hey, y'all good? You know what I'm saying? He seen us doing something wrong. Hey, get in place. And that's it. He was very humble, loving guy. I ain't gonna lie. I like, you know, but then when you see him get in that ring, it was like somebody else. I was
that
like,
was somebody else.
He's a beast.
trying to tell you, hurt you bad.
But you know, it's funny that you just spoke about Mike, and I don't know why I didn't, but I have seen Mike, Riddick Bowe, and Pearl Wash all in, you know,
Pearl Washington.
on Amboy. Look.
Oh my God.
You know, these dudes, I really didn't know like y'all knew, but I got to know them because Mike came to see Miss Grace and Sean and them.
There you go. Absolutely.
Pearl came to see Reggie and Miss Washington, his sister and them.
Exactly.
And I worked with his nephew and his brother, you know, so, man, in order to understand what Brownsville really is, you need to look into Wikipedia and just look at some of these names that we talking about, because they there.
Exactly.
They there.
Because you got like Vinnie Johnson, that used to play for the Detroit Pistons, his brother. We got, you know, We got World Be Free.
World Be Free, yeah.
Oh my God! Listen, Fly Williams. Oh
Come
my
on, man.
God, Fly was.
Willie Randolph, I ain't
There you
gonna
go.
stop.
Ooh, talk to him.
You know,
Talk to him.
we listen.
We got some names.
Wait a minute. Why y'all ain't saying about Otis Wilson?
Oh my goodness.
See?
Oh,
I mean, we just keep on going on. Danny Jacob.
We got people.
We got people.
We got people.
But
Huh?
a lot of them came through from Brownsville and represented.
Exactly.
Took it to the next level.
And they was legends, not only like heroes or stars, but they was legends. These people changed.
Stafford Muhammad, Eddie Gravy, y'all playing, man. Come on, we're gonna leave some out.
Talk to him.
We're gonna leave some out, but I make a bet. Any other state wouldn't put up against our state. We got y'all hands down.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, even though we can't claim them but a little bit. You know, we even got Curtis Samuels now playing with Washington. Mo Better Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
I need to speak about them because my son played in that program, but he decided he wanted to be hanging on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to tell you the story I told him. I said, son, so did Murder and Company hang on Saratoga and Livonia. And the last 5 of them or whatever died in the electric chair and sing. I said, what make you think you would be any different when they come to get you? If you want to be a game, you're an athlete. Be an athlete. But he chose to be on the corner. You know, that's what he did. And right now my son is in West Virginia in the Fed Pen. And it hurts me a lot because what I was about and what we tried to get him to be, parents sometimes go through it because you can't chart sometimes your child's life. You may want them to be the best person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But that street.
That
street that I try to stay in, I even lost my own by trying to help others. Because my son just thought, yo, my dad gonna help somebody, but I'm gonna do what I do. And but I want to get back to the Mo Better guys because LD was one of the best players that came through Mo Better. But he went on the side of, wanting to be Crip and ganging and gun toting and all that stuff like that. But I constantly stay in touch with Mo Better because one of the proudest days I had when I saw all his teammates come back and start the team back up a couple of years ago. Now I'm talking about guys that I knew were 6 and 7 years old when they were playing ball with him, now in their 30s, that came back and started up the Mo Better. Those guys you see now will play with my son when he was 6 and 7 years old. So now they 30, 34. And they came back and did a great job. One of them is a track coach that got young ladies competing. AAU, they're killing it. Mo Better Jaguar little track team, the girls. So that's what makes me happy. The seeds that's planted. Now, my son, all the time as a farmer, I know all the crop ain't gonna come up. Some gonna go bad. You ain't gonna save it all. But where I come from, we grew enough that you couldn't go hungry. If I grew something, you had something.
Absolutely.
So that's just the perspective. I don't know. Y'all heard your parents tell y'all all these old sayings, and y'all be like, what they talking about? Every closed eye ain't shut. If you make your bed hard, you gotta sleep in it. But now y'all parents. Mm-hmm. Y'all know what that mean now.
Absolutely.
We didn't know back then, but we know now.
You're right about that. Took some time, but we definitely know.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying, shout out to Mo Better and listen, we fight for those that come back home for reentry and making sure that if they want to do better, we're gonna try to be there to support them. But sometimes they gotta get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they gotta come back home willing to do the right thing. And I miss my son. I still love him, but I just didn't like what he did because if my son had to do something to your son or your daughter, and I been around y'all all these years, they don't understand that it's like I lost my child.
You understand?
Deep.
Preaching today, I ain't gonna hold you.
Right about that.
You cutting deep into the soul.
So some of the biggest lessons in life that you learned growing in Brownsville, being where you at. First of all, with your programs and stuff, where y'all located? Where you at?
I'm located at 69 Belmont. 69 Belmont is a BCCC organization called the Melting Pot. Built a building for a culinary school. We had like 80 some participants. I always say 150. About 150 young people came through there, learned the culinary skills.
Okay.
Now, for those of us in Brownsville, we know we don't have too many training facilities or any at all. That one was the best for me because I had opportunity to be there. And think about it. I had Amboy kids, I had 263 kids, so now I get to see young people coming through. And I can see, yo, I'm here. So having the meaning of never want to, I got you. When I tell you I got you, they get mad if you want. I ain't letting you go. If I say I got you, we here to the end.
That's
you
right.
know.
Exactly.
So, and the end means no matter what the issue is, and sometimes we want to not talk about our problems to people. But when my partner said that he's a good dude, I want to be that dude that y'all feel I'm good enough to come to see if we can work this thing out together. Your problem, why did I take it home? Because I seen you grow. I don't feel like y'all should. I came back to New York to help people because I saw what happened when they allowed children to wander in the street and somebody snatch them up and kill them. So my job was, I'm coming back home to protect those that I can protect. Can't save them all.
We're gonna save something.
I'm gonna save some.
That's right.
And so my organization, and listen, they want to talk about capacity, talk about strong, and every time y'all see me, I'm by myself, but I'm never by myself. And that's one mistake that anybody ever make. They will understand what I mean by that. I'm never by myself. I know that I have soldiers and comrades and cats that move with me when we need to move. We don't need a bunch of people to walk with me down the street.
Facts.
SOS is SOS. You know, they come when we need it.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm not bragging about it, but I mean, I remember one time I got arrested at a basketball game, at our game, because there was a fight at Bessie Head, and I went over there. We shaking all us ran over there to stop the fight, the kids fighting in the pool, and we broke up the fight, and the police acted like fucking let him kill himself, and we like, no, it's our neighborhood. So when I went to intervene again to stop somebody, they arrested me. And they said, I don't know if this is a family show. Can I curse? They said, put that motherfucker in the car. So when they put me in the car, took me to 73rd, people with baby strollers and came. Brothers that came, the Nation and came from up in Manhattan. Black Panthers came. So they ran in the prison and asked me, yo man, who are you? I said, I'm the same motherfucker you put in the car. They don't understand the connection that we have as family.
Exactly.
And that's all Mel is really about. When they said the men are absent, you don't have to see us, we there. And I can say this at this table. I've been a pain to a lot of the young people that I raised, but there had never been a time when I needed them that they never showed.
Exactly.
That y'all never showed.
Exactly.
Y'all always been there for me, and I will continue to be here with y'all. And you know, normally my wife would be here laughing and said, that Negro ain't cried yet.
It's coming.
Because I do a lot of crying, but, you know, I've been blessed. And I need to say this. it came from a roots of a people down south that no matter what they were going through, they all was resilient and they stayed together. So my aunt always used to tell us about being respectful. Not knowing that I was born in 1957, Emmett Till got killed in 55. So that part about being respectful, yo, little New York boy, don't go out there acting funny, because there might be people that can throw you in the river, that can kill you. And one day I sit down, and I was about 30 years old, and I realized the conversation she had with me, they only kept me safe from myself, because she told me just be respectful. Y'all remember the days when parents used to come and y'all you grab their bags and help them up?
Absolutely.
When the last time y'all seen that happen?
Yeah, come on, man. We used to
Time
pack
change.
bags for the, take them home, make
Right.
sure they got home.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
You were smoking that cigarette, put it down because you didn't want to see
exactly,
it
you
smoke.
want her to see you doing it. Yeah.
Glad I ain't never smoked.
Yeah, no. But they did that.
I know.
I used to
people
see,
do that.
I used to see them
people do
tucking
that.
their stuff, when I come
yeah,
by.
hey, listen,
You know?
but
They
they had that
respectful.
respect for you. You know what I'm
Had that
saying?
respect.
And it's a lot of like for me, just being in Brownsville, just was a blessing for me. I mean, you learn the hard way, but we learned respect. We learned to live. You know what I'm saying? And we learned to be brothers. Even though me and Kat ain't speak for a little time or whatever, but like when I wanted to start up something or whatever, it just reached out to me. I had to have him on my team, and we just work well together. So I mean.
Let me tell you something. Brownsville dudes can't stay upset with Brownsville dudes. 'Cause we all we get. We all we get in Brownsville. And that's what I tell cats, that don't think nobody gonna come in on a white horse to save us, because y'all already been programmed to know how to save yourself. No matter what negativity that they think they say we do, it's something built in that y'all just built right for this, whatever it is.
That's what we do.
Now I ain't telling on nobody, but America, you ain't built a system that Brownsville can't break.
Preach.
Talk
Okay,
to
I
me.
said-
Preach. That's
Talk
right.
to me.
You ain't built a system that y'all can't break.
Exactly. I agree wholeheartedly.
We stopped reading the daily news, but y'all messing around and then open up the table and talking to people now.
That's
I'm
right.
saying they don't understand that. If we don't write our own story, we don't grab the pen and write our own story, can't nobody write about me. But y'all brought me here. I could talk about it. And y'all could tell him, well, he might be right or he lying, but I think some of that was true. Because y'all seen it. And I seen y'all.
Everything is true so far.
I
so-
seen y'all.
Yes,
so I know
absolutely.
So don't let nobody tell somebody else who y'all are. Y'all stand on your own. Y'all greatness shine every day. Cat, no, I see him. I've been 3 blocks away, yo. I'm gonna let him know. That's my man.
That's
Playing the
right.
same thing.
You know
what
that.
I'm saying?
You know that.
But and I'm gonna tell y'all, where I come from, you couldn't yell in the street. They lock you up down south for disturbing the peace. But the peace that I have is because the joy that y'all bring as young men, not older men. So this thing about boys to men, I didn't seen all that. I keep on going on. People may not understand it, but my heart is full tonight to know that I know y'all. And there's only 2 sitting at the table, but there's thousands more.
Exactly.
That's right.
We
Thousands
represent-
more.
We
Yes.
represent a lot.
A lot of them. Yeah.
So,
And we saw that at Sake funeral.
yes,
right.
absolutely. Oh my
It
God.
came
It
out.
came out.
Came out.
It came out.
See,
Shout out to everybody that came out to Sake.
yeah.
That's
His,
right.
his funeral, his absolutely.
You know,
You know what that was.
yes.
You know what that was.
What I got to looking at is, I used to hear Sagan them talk about the Decepticons.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been an itch to everybody else, but to me, I seen the fashion come out of it. I seen the culture come out of it. I seen the promotion come out of it. I seen these guys modeling, traveling around the world. They don't understand.
Nope.
Like I said, there's no system that they can make, no matter where they put y'all. Once y'all come out, y'all gonna be great at doing it. How do I don't want to even say a street gang end up being who they are or what they are?
It was just called that, but it was just a brotherhood that just
That's
came
right.
together
That's
and all that, and made movements back then,
and still together.
and still together to
Still
this
together.
day. We all meet up and
Right.
branch out and grow and, whew, serious.
We was like roots to a tree.
Yeah.
One tree, all them roots.
Right.
That's right.
So I mean, I just want to say at this table, I don't need nothing as long as I got y'all. Because anything that somebody will go outside and try to buy and get, I got it all around me.
Mm-hmm.
Twin and them messing around, coming with some new shirts and jackets. I got all this stuff. I don't have to go nowhere and buy no color jacket, you know.
Yeah. Big shout out to my brother at his
You know,
clothing
you
brand.
know,
Always us.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
us in the
Always
building.
us in the building,
Yeah,
you know.
we
We gotta keep growing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's what y'all do.
That's what we do.
That's
So-
right, definitely. Facts.
Ain't no hold back here, you know. And I'm sorry, y'all.
No, this
No, this is
why
what
you
we do.
here.
This is why you here.
This is why you here.
This is
It's
why we
like
had to have
you
you.
letting the world know what you bring to the table, what you did for the community, how people follow you,
How people love you.
how people
Like
love you.
for real.
It's
Like
like it's just you did so much, and it's not even saying you did because you're still doing.
exactly.
You're still out there in the streets. You're still giving back. You're still grabbing these kids, these teenagers, these young adults, putting them under your wing and all that, and you're teaching them, and you're bringing people to help teach them and let them go to the next level and all that. And like we honor you, like
Yes.
that's why we was like we need you on the show. It's like
when we said Danny, we said he's a must. Like you
there's
know,
a
must come. Like if you don't
His
get him
name
on this
is
show
that
now,
list. He's getting on this show regardless
right
of
now,
what.
right
So
now, like we
people
need
can
you
see. We've
right now.
seen from yay high
Exactly.
and all
Little.
that. Now it's like other people out there need to see as well what you bring to the table and what you're still doing in Brownsville community and outside Brownsville community with all your connections. And we honor you for real, for real.
I just need to let y'all know that I'm just, I don't know what to call what I am. I just want to say this, that when you have an opportunity to see a Nelson Mandela, a bodyguard of Nelson Mandela, James Baldwin come and get you out of jail, and you with him when he write his book, Evidence of Things Not Seen, Sandy Sanchez, you know, Al Sharpton. Me and Al Sharpton came out of Washington Temple. I remember when that dude was sitting on a little box as a kid preaching, you know, and then just to be connected with my brothers from the nation in my special way, because I don't do anything, or I don't go into anything without prayer, number one. And the other thing is that when I get in trouble, it ain't but certain people I deal with to help me out. Now, I have a great connection with NYPD because over the years, I guess y'all noticed how many black officers of high rank has been in place. But one of the first two that helped me out a lot was Corey Verghese, which he wrote this book, I'm a Cop, and Jeff Madry. Jeff Madry is the highest ranking cop right now in the city. Came out of 73rd. And we keep him on speed dial because Tapscott. When Arsenio passed away, we look up in the air. They got helicopters up in the air. And Madry said, Danny, what you need? I need them to know that this is our community. Can you back them up? We got our own. We got our young people. We're here to celebrate. And that's the only thing that me and NYPD really have a problem with. Where you don't identify what the issue was. You just want to be hands-on and tackling people and taking them down. That's when I get in trouble. That's when I got to get in the mix and say, these are our children. They listen to us. Is anything you need them to do, tell us what you want them to do. You won't have to shoot them. You don't have to beat them. So my biggest thing with this police brutality in the past, I just had to jump in there and let them know that Tapscott is mine, Ambush Street is mine, Marcus Garvey is mine, Tilden is mine, Brownsville is mine. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna tell them the 90s is mine. The 90s wasn't mine until my son started running all that. But now the 90s is mine.
I hear that.
Because they identify, looking at him saying, "Oh, that's LD's pop." And as much as trouble he got in, one thing I know he would do, the same thing that you said like P would do. So that's my dad, man. If y'all need some help, he'll help you. But I need them sometimes just to stop. They can help themselves.
Help yourself.
Exactly.
But yeah, we there's some barriers, but I can tell you, even from that Senio incident, those brothers on Tapscott now have a different perspective. Because
Absolutely.
Nobody paid attention in this city when all the mayor candidates came where? To Tapscott. And so-called, what they want to call whoever, gang members or whatever, associates, whatever, sit down at those tables with those elected officials and spoke to them and let them know what the issue was. Nobody else did that in the city. They couldn't never go to nobody else like that. They didn't go up in the Bronx to do it. But they came to Brownsville because it was important to come to Brownsville.
I remember when I used to have, I was in school and tell a girl you live in Brownsville. She's like, what? I'm not coming there.
Coming there.
Like, girl, you with me. Don't worry about it.
Then I used to have everybody come to Brownsville all over.
All them dudes dancing. Yeah.
Dancing, parties.
Exactly.
They coming from wherever. Who, Cat? Oh, no, Cat bring them out.
Yeah.
And everybody know. That's one thing. So don't let Brownsville fool y'all.
No. Top notch entertainer, promoter.
I try my best.
No, I don't know about best. I know what I saw when I was See, this is what you don't understand, what I'm trying to say. Y'all was young dudes and doing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had a mindset that we gonna do this. Some of them girls that were doing hair, and I wish I could see them today and hug some of them that they all down in North Carolina now. Them girls was them girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I be seeing them on Facebook sometimes. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Doing it up. Yep. Facts.
I want to say Williams sister. But I remember them. I remember when they start opening when y'all had the beauty parlors and doing the hair on
They
rock.
was doing it, yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they were young when they were doing that. Look, don't get it twisted now. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all might be the last ones that got it right. For right now. Right now.
Yeah, we going.
For right now, y'all might be the last ones that got it right.
There's more coming.
No, y'all, because y'all gonna make them.
It's
right.
more
Y'all
coming. A lot more coming.
We gonna try.
Y'all gonna make them.
That's all we could do is
That's
try.
all you can try.
Exactly.
If it's 10 in the table and we pull 3,
That's what we could do.
that's a good 3.
But that 3, I can tell America, watch out, because that 3 gonna be the best 3 they ever seen.
That's right.
See, that's, I'ma always bet on y'all. Like they said, bet on black. I'ma always bet on y'all.
I appreciate that.
I'ma always bet on y'all. It's nothing that I ever foresee happening, because I'm just a dude in the street that like to toe the line. Now, if I stand out there by myself, or if some of y'all fall on line with me, I know we got this line.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't expect nobody to come in here and beat us down and torture us and tell us what we better do, when I know y'all minds are brilliant enough to understand.
Exactly.
You understand?
And we was brought up in Brownsville.
Right.
That's right, period.
That's it. Once you hear that holds weight itself. Like once you say you from Brownsville, it's like they look at you a little different. They be like this.
Man, they still ask me, what y'all mean never ran, never will? That's what we
do. We not running.
We ain't
Not
running.
at all.
Not at all.
So
we wear that on our heart.
yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot in this show. Like,
Trying
this
to tell you,
show
yo,
is real deep.
you tearing
like,
at my heart. I ain't
it's-
gonna hold you.
It's you bringing so much to the table, and we honor that. It's like, I know, like, I hate to try to wind this show down,
Like,
because it's still so much. We may have to do a part 2,
real.
like, definitely, and let him bring some of his comrades over as well, because he got a little team.
Oh, no,
He got a little team and everything, and it's like, before, like, we wind it out.
Can I give you something before I leave though? And I want y'all to hear this. I happen to be hanging out with a dude. Well, I need to get this to you. I know time is running short. When my son got arrested, they sent a federal investigator to my house. And what the federal investigator told me is, when you go there, you better not lie for your son. And I'm looking at this dude, and I'm saying, you must don't know what I do or who I am. I had no reason to lie for him. If he did something, if he got caught, he did a crime, you gotta do time. So as we spoke, the guy said, listen, I got a good friend I want you to meet. And his friend, his name is John Light. Now, John Light was John Gotti's hitman. But so when I did get to speak to John Light told me something. He said, Danny, I want the young people in Brownsville to stop being niggas to the mob. Now, some people would have took that in a negative manner. What he was saying is, they're never going to be made men. They're never going to come to their house and sit down and eat with them. But they'll give them a gun, put it in their hand, and tell them go kill somebody and ruin their life forever. So, for the last 2 or 3 years, John Light, Michael Thomas, and myself, we've been sitting at tables like this. And recently something happened close to John's neighborhood, and I was able to call him on the phone. And this is what John told me. He said, Danny, I will make sure that I go through the neighborhood and find out who did that to the young man and get back to you. These are the relationships that we making. Black, white, Chinese. Brownsville got $12 million worth of food from a Chinese dude in Chinatown. All the food that you seen me give away came from Chinatown. A guy named Don Hung from UA3. When the pandemic came, we didn't get on politics, but I'm gonna leave that alone tonight.
That's what part 2.
When you get friends, when you got friends that ask you a question, if I gave you some food, what could you do with it? This is what I told me. You give me some food, we're gonna give it away. It wasn't for sale. It wasn't a hole. It wasn't a bother. It was how many development we got in Brownsville. Somebody said, you got food, what can you do with it? I'm gonna give it away.
Families, that's right.
Give it away.
And on that note, we just want to thank you for coming out. Want to celebrate you and telling you mean the world to us.
Fact.
You helped us grow from yay high to the sky. You know, and I mean, you always encourage me, say, hey, twin, you can be anything you want, you know. And, you know, even though my name is King on the show, but he know me as twin, and I respect it, and I would never change it. But I just want to thank him from the bottom of my heart. I know Kat want to thank him because you mean everything to us.
Facts,
everything.
Like, y'all don't know this man.
Exactly.
This man, every other day when I bump into the streets, it's like, what's up? When we
It's
doing
love.
our next show?
It's love.
When we doing this? We need to do this for the kids. We have to do this. We got to do this. Come down over here to the center. Like, come. Like, they're here. We doing this. Like, he's been doing. And that's why, like, when we spoke about it, we need to let the world know, like, this man is like,
great.
He needs a
statue. Thank you.
He needs a statue in Brownsville.
Well,
it's like, no.
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I want to say this. I gotta say this before not just about the statue, but I want to say this. I love you because you're the only one that brought that big ass bunny to the park and had all the kids running around looking for them eggs. And twin, I'm gonna give you that name King because that suits you to a T, bro. That's your name.
I appreciate
got
it,
that.
man. I
got
appreciate
that.
it.
Facts.
I
So,
appreciate
I'm
that.
gonna leave it alone. I'm done now.
all right. So since you gave that to us, right?
So we want to appreciate you,
Right,
and
fine.
we want to give you your roses
Yes,
while
we
you
give you your
here.
roses while you here.
So
And everything, because people get it while they gone, but we're different. So
we give you
from
roses from us
King
Come on, man.
to you.
yes,
Come on,
they
man.
give me your rose.
Come on, man.
And all that. So something that
Show
you
the
could just
show the
hang
people.
up, put on, wear
Man,
proud,
I'm gonna put this
because
on.
you deserve your
Yes,
Come
rose.
on, man. Y'all be playing,
Facts,
man.
facts. So
Come
this
on,
is
man.
just
Come on,
love.
man. Come
Come on,
on,
man.
man. You know we love
See,
you,
So
man.
y'all ain't gonna make
Yeah,
me
you gonna
cry.
go over there.
I'll cry when I get home.
There you go,
Yeah,
yeah,
nothing
man.
wrong with that.
Man.
But while you look at that rose, you gonna sip and toast because you deserve it and everything, and this is what it's all about.
Well,
Keep
I'm gonna
doing
take
what
this
you
toast.
do.
I appreciate y'all, man. Oh man, come on, man.
Hear that?
I
Bubbly
heard that,
sound?
boy.
Yes, definitely. Facts. That's how it's going down. Positive energy all the way.
Absolutely.
Yo, man.
And
Big
that's how
shout
you
out.
are.
Danny the Great showed
Yes.
up, showed out, had me in my feelings. I'm telling you.
Taking us back memory.
Whew.
So many memories right now sitting on this show.
I don't know where to begin. I'm like, woo, you deep, deep.
Deep, deep. Ain't the
Appreciate you
word.
so much, man.
We appreciate you.
Exactly.
I know, man, but like I told you, man. Oh boy.
This is what it's all about.
We just wanted to make sure that
Full
you're
circle.
on it. You know what
It's
I'm
a
saying? Full
full circle,
circle.
baby.
Exactly.
Definitely.
We talked about this for weeks. I'm like, nah, you gotta get him on the show. Cat, I was on Cat back.
Come on, man.
Yes, that's what we want to see the tear run out and all that other stuff. So,
Listen, man. I love y'all
salute.
guys, man.
Love you
You
too,
too, man.
Danny.
Thank y'all for
Stay
Big
up.
shout out
Thank
to
you.
Danny.
Big shout out.
Positive Energy
Positive Energy
Podcast.
Podcast.
Follow, like, share, subscribe. We here, y'all. You know what I'm
That's
saying? This is
right.
what we doing for our people. You know what I'm saying? And he one of our great ones, y'all.
Keep on
We gotta
doing it.
we
Y'all
gotta
keep on
appreciate
doing
him because he showed us the way a long time ago, and we could have went different left, right, but he was on us. He
He
made
was
sure
on
we
us.
stayed
Facts.
that path, and you know he know me and my brother. We love sports. We love doing what we do. Cat was dancing and performing at a young age, and he just helped nurture our talent and push us in the right directions. And I just can't say enough about this man. So I want to tell you, man. Listen, from the heart,
we
man, from the
Yes.
heart, man. This for you, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Kyrie. If I come home a little tipsy, Cat and King did this.
Mhm.
That's his only
Absolutely.
way. And on that note, I'm going to hit y'all with the quote of the day. And then we're going to be out and we're going to sit back and laugh and enjoy this. So, don't cry over the past. It's gone. Don't stress about the future. It hasn't arrived. Live in the present and make it beautiful. That's what it's all about. King, Cat, Danny, it was an honor. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much, man.
Yes.
This is beautiful, man. Y'all just. Oh man.
Positive energy.
Positive Energy Podcast, y'all.
That's right. And we out.
Like, share, subscribe. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We own it.
That's right.